guys? Just out here testing the Cemu 1.73C for Zelda Breath of the Wild. Great game. Honestly, I would suggest anyone go out and buy it. There is, of course, the Wii U version and the Nintendo Switch version. I haven't tried out the Nintendo Switch yet, but the Wii U version, it's awesome. I can't wait to get the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm going to get them both, to be honest. And, yeah. Really great game. Can't say enough about it. Go watch out everybody's reviews about it. Everybody loves this game. Kind of reminds me of, like, the emergent gaming, the experimenting you can do from Metal Gear Solid a little bit here and there. But definitely a Zelda game. Yeah. And then I've got internally, it's rendering it. 4K. Sorry, I'm a little tired. I stayed up playing with it, practicing it, testing it on the different versions, because the Cemu team, they were just popping them out 1.73A, B, and now C already in like hours. Just crazy though. This emulator is not even really that old. It's like a year maybe, and you can already do so much. Now, of course, there's certainly some things that it could have added to it, which would be awesome, but it's still a baby. Also, this game just came out, and they are also able to render it, which is exciting. Let's go ahead and jump in here. Plays pretty well. You can kind of see here I'm just sitting at 20 around. And for the most part, it sits around 20, sometimes 15. Sometimes it does dip. One thing to know about the Cemu is it does have to cache shaders. So if you haven't played a game, or if you haven't played an area of a game or pieces of a game, there's certain times where it has to load up the shaders. And that can kind of stall the game. But as you play, I'm going to turn the volume down so I can't hear myself as much. But anyway, as you play, you'll be able to cache those shaders and then be able to use them more and more. And so then the stuttering will stop. So this is essentially what it runs like. See that little stutter there? Turn it down more. It's actually running a little bit slower right now, but that's okay. It's because the bats. I don't think I've played it really at night, so kind of new shaders that they have to load. There's some definitely graphical funkies, like I just sink to the ground. Grass isn't all nice yet. Lots of little things there, here and there. But still, like I said, it's brand new leader, brand new game, brand new everything. Okay, not brand new emulator, but still a baby. But like I said about that part with comparing kind of Metal Gear, some of the things you can do with like the Fulton were ridiculous. But just like experimenting. And this game kind of teaches you about experimenting as well. So like the first time you're like, oh yeah, ooh, look, a boulder right on the edge. And there's explosives. And normally there's some bad guys there. And you blow them up just like that. So one thing I am going to do, which you can do, is I'm going to use Cheat Engine. I'm going to hook it into Cemu real quick. And then there's an option here to... Sorry, I snapped it on my monitor. To enable a speed hack. And I'm going to go ahead and do that and just do it like 2, maybe 2.5, maybe 3. I'm not sure yet. I'll play around with it, but... Oops. I'm going to kind of run, and then I'll show you. Well, that's a 5 times, but... you know, I'll stick with it. I was playing with it too earlier, and it was fine. But let's go ahead and just test out what was 5. I bet the menus are really funky on 5 times. Yeah, they're not too bad. But yeah, I'd probably stick with like 2.5. And then later on there's more experimenting. I'll talk about that a little bit here in a second. But one thing I want to show you real quick is some of the other glitches or bugs or incomplete pieces. It's really the biggest thing that's messed up with this emulation of this game so far is mostly to do with physics, from what I understand and from what I can tell. Like sinking into the ground. Like this water. So obviously you can tell that there's water, right? But it doesn't faze me. You can see that there's the little lily pads floating. But where's the little fishes? There should be fish swimming around here, but I don't know if I find them. Maybe it's because it's at night. Anyway, since the water doesn't play correctly, the fish just flop like they're out of water, and you just run around and pick them up. Free food. Oh, jeez. I was hoping to show you, but I'm not finding any. Now, don't mind my FPS, it's going to be kind of funky because of my speed hack, what I'm doing with it. But yeah, you can see the water's really there. Anyway, fish normally hop around, and they should be swimming. And you can just go pick them up. And then also, like, the little raft and stuff is on the bottom of the water, doesn't float. So the water physics just doesn't work. Also, when you get to... I haven't played too much in the emulator, so don't really know all that's wrong with it. But when you get to, like, the second... Let's teach this guy a lesson. Oh. Aw, dang it. I didn't release it in time. Bam. Anyway, yeah, let's go ahead and take the local club. When you get to the second area, the second scene, he always goes, "Hey, Link, come here," and you're told to follow the Sheikah tablet, and you go and place it on the thing, and then you go to the Great Plains over here. Well, that's the whole scene. It's just kind of like white noise and graphical errors, like bugging out, green and purple freaking out on the screen. And you can skip it, which is what I did because you can't understand it, or I bet you can still let it play through. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't test it out that far. Other than that, it works fine. I have seen some people using illegal, like, European ones, European games and stuff, and their games are like all red and have really funky purpley artifacts that show up and stuff. But no, this one's my United States, USA version. There's nothing funky like that. In other words, it's legit. So, like I was saying, you know, oh, we learned about that. Then you come up upon these guys, you see, oh, there's a guy who's on the lookout, gotta be quiet. I think it's kind of cool that you've got, like, a sneak mechanic. And then you see the fire. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You know, it's cool. It plays into like the eyeballs of the little skull, and then the little exploding barrels. You see them, you're like, oh yeah. So you hit that, and blow that up. You hit this guy face, take him out in one shot. I think this guy takes 2 shots after burning him if you hit him in the face. He's not looking at it. He's on fire. Well, I'll just hit him in the back. Oop, now you're on fire. I completely missed. So, let's see if I can... Oh. Anyway, this is where it breaks. This is kind of why I'm in it here. Yeah. That's all that happens. I can't move anymore. I mean, I can... Game's obviously not frozen. And I can sit here and switch... Okay, yeah. Switch between the tablet and the TV. And peek back at the tablet. Peek back at the TV, etc. But I'm unable to move. I'm unable to do anything. So that's kind of where we'll end this. We're going to go ahead and call it quits. But yeah, buy the game. Love it. Play it. If you want to test it out on the Cemu, go ahead and do it. This is the Patreon version. You can see up there. Patreon build verified. They'll release it, I think it's 10 days after that they release to the public. But yeah, and I'm sure they're going to be cranking out some fixes soon. They're an awesome team, so yeah, let's go ahead and stop it there.